Welcome to Check Out the Rileys. Got my co-host POD Philippines on Demand. Everybody,
Hey,
welcome in.
Bam.
Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks for letting me up, Bam. I
No,
appreciate it.
yeah, was
What
that
is it?
our spaceship that we just wrecked and got off
Yeah, it
of
was
there? You see that spaceship?
pretty cool, man. It's good stuff. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, something different, huh?
Yeah, so this restream thing is pretty cool. All
Yeah, so
right.
far so
So
good. So far.
let's make a bet. Who do you
What's
think will
that?
be the first one in?
Uh,
Normally,
we got
no,
6 people right now. Think it's
normally I would say Tim Dizziak, but
yeah
it's
that
past
that
his bedtime. Oh, I was gonna.
there.
That's the Scotty B show. I was gonna say, I was gonna say J3 would be the first one in because Tim Dizziak probably sleeping. No, but
Michael,
it's
welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, Scotty B definitely. I wouldn't have guessed that one, but I know he's
eh,
checking out
he,
the real stream the other day with me. Usually
he
he
was on
shows
my
up.
short list. He was on
Oh,
my
was he?
short list. Scotty B. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
was gonna
Tim.
say J3 or somebody,
Yeah,
and then Scotty B was right there. Yeah,
I was thinking
yeah.
Tim too when you said Tim, and yeah, he's trying to show you guys the
Yeah.
wrong way. Here, I'll fix it a little bit.
Yeah. So
No,
anyway,
brother.
so who's this, Michael?
Yeah, Michael. Welcome in, Michael. Thank you for coming in. If you're new to us, go ahead and follow, subscribe. You got check out the Rileys, and right here is Philippines on Demand. He's got his own. He he's a big star here and on TikTok.
Yeah, right. Oh, you're a funny
Joyce,
guy.
welcome in.
Hi,
Come
Joyce.
on.
Michael, where are you from? Where are you from?
Yeah.
I'm betting not the US, not with a name like that.
Yeah. If that's his actual name, I subscribed. Hey, awesome, awesome. How about the POD down here? You see, follow me, YouTube, TikTok. You see right there on his wall. Howdy, Joyce. Are you from Kentucky? Is that where you're from, Joyce? Howdy.
Scotty B. He surprised himself. He's usually 20th.
20th, huh? You're the 20th thumbs up every time, huh?
Yeah. Well, Michael, if you go here on YouTube and
Oh,
TikTok,
very
I'll hit you
cool.
back. Philippines on Demand. Well, welcome in
Yeah.
everybody. On behalf
Hey,
of BAM, check out the Rileys. It's his car. He's driving it. I'm just a passenger sitting here. Hey, we got Birdman in here.
hey, what's up, Sean? So we got two from Philippines, but he's currently in Saudi. So you're a OFW, Michael. So
Hmm.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, Thumbzack. Yeah, that Thumbzack. Sean
Wow.
Tuber. We've seen a bird similar to Sean's here when they had the festival in town. So we try
Yeah.
to find out like what is the price on a bird like that in the Philippines. He said I don't remember what it was now, how much it was, but uh, of course more than I want to pay. You know, I'm I'm not trying to buy a bird, but he said it was kind of cheap comparatively, to what he was used to giving for him. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
Joyce, thank you for subscribing. We
yeah,
really
awesome,
appreciate
awesome,
it.
appreciate it. Yeah, if you leave a comment in my on YouTube here, I'll subscribe back to you if you got a channel or something. Now TikTok, that's another story for me. You know, no, I'm not subscribed.
We got Pack in here. Hello, Pack.
There he is. I'm assuming it's him and not her. Welcome in. Yeah, we got all kinds of people coming in. You know, late night
Yeah,
in the Philippines, so
yeah,
sometimes different crowd coming in. We are still we're not 100% on this real stream. You know, it's still a test. It's still we're still testing out how it works and playing with the buttons, see how we like it. But if
yeah.
somebody wants to come up, you guys, you know, we welcome you up if you like to come up and talk normal to us and none of that goofy stuff. But you get a lot of goofy stuff on TikTok when they come up, don't you? You just
Yeah, I
never know,
do.
right? Like
Yeah. Some
the other
crazy stuff.
the other day, Kevin was there, and some lady popped up in my panel. You know, I'm trying to be nice, let people up, and she was doing this one to me. Lay down, hi
Mm,
sir. Like
mm,
time to go. Whoop.
Time to go. Hey, Scotty B, what are you doing in Virginia? What's going on?
Yeah.
Mm.
How's Virginia treating you?
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for coming in to check out the Rileys. Appreciate it.
Philippine American couple. How's that treating you? I don't know if you've seen
Hey,
their last video or not. Ronnie, welcome in. And then we got J3, the big driver's in here. J3.
Ronnie Williamson. Hello, my friend.
Yeah.
Hi, Ronnie. And J3, welcome, J3.
Ronnie, if
Yeah,
you would like to officially be on YouTube for the first time, you're welcome to click that link there.
come on
Yeah.
up.
It's a little different than we can have 6 people up here, it looks like. I don't know how the boxes will change, but we'll see how it
Well,
goes.
technically, between you and me, we do have 6 people up here. You're like,
The
hey, talk about
the, s-
yourself.
the size wise maybe, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Good
Welcome,
morning.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy to share. Awesome, awesome. You know, Philippines American couple, he did a video about getting on medical marijuana kind of stuff. And
Mm,
you know, he's trying to, you know, do some different stuff, get off some of the medications he's on and try some different things. But
yeah.
he's not after the smokable stuff, right? So he's after the, you know, I've tried the juice for my pain, you know, the oil or whatever under the tongue. I've tried
Yeah.
that before, but that's all I've tried. And maybe a brownie when I was in high school or college. Somebody didn't tell me it had stuff in there, and I ate it. That kind of thing.
You know what I find helps me with pain is
What's
those
that?
Twinkies.
What
Twinkies. Yeah.
what,
And
what
ding
kind of
dongs.
thing? Oh,
Shut up.
you
Remember?
yeah, you like
Oh
a
my
ding
God. I can't believe I went there. That's not what I meant.
dong. You heard it right here on my show, everybody.
Uh,
He likes a good Twinkie and a ding dong.
Shut up. I meant, you know, those round chocolate things with filling in it and they
Yeah,
wrap them
yeah,
in
yeah,
aluminum foil. Yeah.
yeah,
I loved those when I was little.
yeah.
Hell, I love them while I'm big,
Right. I
but I
love the
can't
whole
eat them
box of
anymore.
them. Oh, oh, oh. I haven't had one in years though.
Me too. And you know what else? If anybody is coming to the Philippines anytime soon, do me a favor. I'll share them with Bam. I promise. Bring some what the hell you call it? Slim Jims. Those Slim Jims, but the fat ones, not those real skinny ones. The thicker ones. Those are good.
Yeah. I like the regular jerky. The Slim Jims didn't taste as good as the jerky, but jerky, man, come on.
Yeah,
I
jerky.
wonder
Yeah, that too.
I wonder if you can even bring it into the country.
Oh, that's a
Because
good
it's meat,
question.
right?
Yeah, you can ship it. Hey, we Scotty B says he's looking for ball players for the Detroit Tigers. Oh my God, you're going to be there a while looking.
Oh boy.
J3, J3. Oh my God. Hey, J3, duck. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys. But I
We
did
see
walk
how
in.
you are.
I
Yeah,
set myself up, Bam.
you did.
Uh,
Comfort foods, good for the soul, but not the health. Yeah,
that's
well, I
right,
tell
Pack.
you. And there's so many of them that we don't get over here. And I've seen some. I've seen some of it here. I've seen a Twinkie here at the S&R. I think they were
Yeah.
Twinkies or a version of Twinkie. But no ding dongs or anything like that.
Ding dongs and Coca-Cola, Scotty B. He knows me by now.
Right. He be sleeping on ding dongs, huh? Why
Nah,
is your
but
mattress so lumpy? That's Coke and ding dongs up another.
yeah. No, the wife got me off Coca-Cola. I haven't had a Coca-Cola in a week.
It's good. That is good, man. I got to
Not
get back
one.
off of myself.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I haven't drank anything other than water.
Really?
You know. Yeah. No, especially no soft drinks whatsoever. I've
Right,
been
right.
eating oatmeal and salads for the last week.
Awesome. Sounds good. You've been pooping really good, huh? That
Oh, I
oatmeal go
got that.
right through you. Huh? There you
Yeah.
Oh,
Just do-
goodness.
yeah. Like, hey,
Yeah,
honey,
we
look, come on in here. Take a
look, check
look.
us out.
It's getting better.
It's clearing up.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
that's good
Hey, who's
stuff.
this? The McEastland.
McEastland, welcome
Hi.
in. What's up,
Never heard of
Kenny?
you, but hello.
Oh man, he's been coming around my channel for years now, but
Hello.
he finally came over and married his Filipina, so now he changed up
Oh,
the channel. Um,
really?
yeah, so and it's to be honest with you, it's a channel I see really taking off. I mean,
Wow.
they do some good videos. I think he's gonna blow it up. It's gonna blow
Wow.
up. So
So, McEastlands, where you from? Where you from? Wow, Scotty hasn't had a Coke in over a year.
what kind of Coke, Scotty? What kind of Coke?
Yeah. Yeah. That don't count.
You've been off of it for a year, huh?
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
that was the last time he was down in Miami. Just hasn't found it.
In Miami. Yeah, he's in Virginia. Maybe
Yeah,
he's really not looking for ball players.
right
Ah,
there you go.
Tennessee. Okay.
Tennessee. Well, hopefully you're not a Titans fan. You're sensible and root for the Colts and not the Bengals.
Well, if he's a football fan, maybe Volunteers. McEastlands, are you a Volunteers fan?
Yeah.
Pack says no Coke for me, just a little soda from time to time.
Okay.
Scotty, you're not
Yeah.
innocent. Don't give us that.
Come on, Scotty. We know you got that van packed. He's like, hey, watch it. Seldom drink
Jerk.
Coke. Well, maybe once a month. Hey, I used to be like that, but after moving here to the Philippines, I started drinking Coke again. This
Yeah.
stuff is too good.
You know, I
So,
got to be honest with you. I did not drink as much Coca Cola in the US as I did here. The
right.
Coca Cola here tastes, I don't know, like stronger.
Oh
It's
yeah.
more addictive here, you
It's
know?
it's it's a lot better taste than here in Davao area. You know, it comes from that bottle company down there.
Yeah.
So it tastes so good. He's a computer nerd and not a sports guy. That's why his videos look so good because he knows how to do stuff. Maybe I have him do me a video one of these days so I can get a bunch of views.
Yeah. Or at very least teach us the trick of the
Some tricks,
trade.
some tricks. I see he's got some friends. I don't know if he DJs, but he's got friends that has like a sound room and
Mm.
mixing music and stuff. Like, man, that's awesome. I would love to go over to a friend's house and they got
Yeah.
all the equipment and stuff. Now I can't sing. Well, I try sometimes, but I can't sing and I don't play no instruments. But I like to be on an album.
Yeah. Well, I see a lot of guys, they got the studio, the lights, everything going, and
Yeah.
they scratch, and
Oh
man, they
yeah.
got like, six,
Ton of people.
7K followers in there at a time,
Yeah.
you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Oh, you compose music. Very
Oh
nice.
man. If you got
Wow.
something you like to share with us that I can put on my videos so I don't get copyrights, I'd like to use somebody's music that I know rather than as long as I don't get copyrighted on it, I'd be more than happy to tag you and use your stuff. So
Mhm.
put you in the videos.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
Ronnie, as a matter of fact, it comes in 12-ounce bottles, as well as 1 liter bottles. And they also sell it in 4-ounce, 8-ounce, 1 liter plastic bottles,
yeah,
1.5 liter plastic bottles. Hey, I'm guilty. I know all the sizes of the bottles,
right. Now
you
those little
know.
shot bottles is the ones that always shock me. You go to a party and that's what they're passing out, and they're just like what the hell am I supposed to do with this? If I'm choking, this ain't gonna save me. It's
Yeah.
like this big. Like I wish I had
Yeah.
one around so I could show them, but yeah, it's one gut. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, thumbs up for the host. Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. The McEastlands, good idea. Yeah, I'm more than happy. If I put your music on and I'll put you in the comments and all that stuff. Tell them to come see you. Yeah, tastes better, but it
Yeah.
makes your stomach larger. Come on now, Joyce. You don't tell fat guys that stuff that tastes good makes you fat.
Yeah. But you know what? You'll automatically lose some weight if you stop drinking any all all soft drinks and just
Right.
drink water. You'll naturally just start losing weight. I gained a lot of
Yeah.
my weight from the Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's strong here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Very
N-
addictive.
Now I heard they don't use that corn syrup here is what I heard. They use um, cane sugar or something else is what I heard. I don't know if it's true. You know,
Mm.
not like they let me in the factory to go check it out or something. But that's kind of what I
Now,
heard was one of the
they
differences.
closed one of the factories down because they had a sugar shortage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they temporarily closed one.
yeah.
So,
Hmm. That should have been Pepsi because that stuff don't taste right anyway.
yeah, I'm not a fan of Pepsi. My
Yeah.
my go-to drink if there's no Coca-Cola is either Sprite and or root beer, mug root beer.
Yeah. That's what
Those
we
are the
have here.
next.
Yeah. Yeah. Make you burp. That Coke makes you burp, don't it?
Yeah, it sure
That's
do.
I like the burps. Hey, 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 welcome in. Hello, Micro. Is that Micro?
Michael DW, OW, welcome in.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank you
for
for
hanging out
coming.
with us. If anybody wants to come up and talk, there's the link there. You come up and try coming up on Real Stream. This is Real Stream. This is third time I've used it, I think, and so far so good. It's got some different stuff about it, and I like to chat in the box if we can keep it there. But if there's enough people, I'll drop it back out. So no big deal.
Joyce says the small bottle you're referring to is Coke Sacto.
What is it called?
Coke Sacto. SAKTO. Sacto.
Sato, huh?
Yeah.
So is that means it's not enough? Or give me 3 of them, please. Can I get 3?
Hey, Brett.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was telling you're in Salam, Indonesia. Is that what it says?
Yeah, hello there,
Very
Indonesia.
cool. Very cool.
Welcome.
I was telling McGeesler and Kenny there that he talked about bringing his car over, and
Mm.
and I researched it just for a moment, bringing my wife's SUV over because I wanted to see, hey, is it cheaper just to bring the car we already got or what? So from what I remember, the tax on it was going to be not including what it was going to cost me to ship it over here, but the tax amount was going to be so much more than it was even worth trying to mess with bringing a car over. So so he was interested in bringing one over. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, KEE. Hey, King. How you doing? Brett, good to see you. Joyce says it's molasses. Whoop. I
Is
can't
that
read
what
it.
they're
There
using?
it is.
POD, I think we're losing your internet. Looks like your signal is weak. He froze. Looks like your internet signal is weak according to this. You're in
Can you hear me?
yellow. Yeah, I can hear you. You went all extra choppy.
Oh, okay.
You're getting better though. Yeah. I didn't know if your internet, somebody in Davao was having trouble with theirs a while ago, I seen.
Yeah. We have
All right.
PLDT.
Yeah, that's what we get. Joyce, we'll see you next time. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully you come back and stay connected.
Hit us both up. We'll hit
Yeah,
you back.
yeah. But Steven, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah. Lose something of big value when it goes through custom. I have to admit though, I've had very, very good no problems with the ballot buying boxes. We ship
Mm-hmm.
all the ones we've ever shipped. none of them got, some of the stuff got cracked in there or whatever, but none of them got messed with. None of them got open. None of them got searched through. None of them missing anything. So, hey, you know, yeah. He gone. He's still talking though. POD, you lost signal and you dropped off. You're back though. Says you got 4 bars now. You see the bars above your name? I don't know if you see that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can't see me?
Yeah, I see you. You fell off. You went off, and then I had to bring you back up.
Okay.
So it's back. It's 4 bars green now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So it's way
Pat,
cheaper
that's
to
right.
buy a car here. Yeah, that's what I agree.
Yeah, don't ship a car over here. It'll cost you more than what it's worth.
Yeah.
Sell it there, come over here and buy one.
Yeah.
Less hassle.
I told him too, from riding around here, at first we had a car and then we got the SUV, but I'm going to suggest SUVs or trucks to everybody because these roads are rough.
Yeah.
You be riding down the road and it's boom, 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 boom the whole time. And imagine being in a little car that's sitting right next to that. Oh man, that'd drive you crazy.
Don't buy a car. Don't buy a low rider. That's exactly right. Buy yourself a SUV.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
unless you need a truck or something, right? Something sits up a little bit.
Hi,
Those
Keith.
rough roads.
Welcome in, Keith Edward. Hey, Stephen. Good to see you.
Welcome in. Yeah. Aliens got him. Yeah, the aliens came back. He dropped us off, and then he came back and picked him back up.
Yeah, they dare I say, they poked and prodded me.
Oh man!
But I didn't give up the information.
You took your ding dong and you liked it, huh?
I didn't tell them all about Scotty B. Scotty B, I didn't share your secrets. Don't worry. All right. We got Keith and Steven, and Scotty B, McEastlands. It's a really cool car. Well, get a really good return for it. Sell it. I would not bring it over here, my friend. You will encounter expenses galore, and it's a big headache.
Yeah.
You can buy a really cool car here.
You get one of those. I don't know if you'll fit in it, but they got those little multi-cab little van deals from Japan that they refurbish and they switch the driver's side to them and get you one of those. I seen a guy just buy one down in Davao. He had a video up. He paid about 6,000 USD for it. I said, no, let me ask you, why did you get one of these things, like a regular, mobile or whatever? Because, when I'm driving down the road, those things are slower than shit, and they're always over in the. Now, if you're just driving around town and you're not going to go above 30s, but I can't imagine having one and trying to drive it, long distance, like from my house to your house, like going through those hills and the mountains and stuff in that thing. No.
Right. Right. I would never buy a car here. You need something that sits up higher off the ground,
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. Well, Keith, I hate to hear you got troll issues, but welcome to this social media thing. They always going to hit you up. They're always just block, block, block. You know, anytime you see a troll, just block them, man. Don't listen to what they're saying. Just block them. It's not worth a view. It's not worth a headache. Just block them.
Right.
So don't be like me. I accidentally cuss at them before I block them, and then I get in trouble and take that like that.
Me too. I got to get my pound of flesh
Right.
before I put it on block. I know
Yeah.
it's a bad habit. Oh well, nobody's perfect.
No, I mean you can't look this good and do everything else right.
All right, Scotty B, you
Uh,
take care.
gotta
Keith
be.
says he does that too. Heck
Yeah,
yeah, Keith. Got to get that pound of flesh.
that's it. Yeah. Before I know it, I done have them cussed out, and then like, oh, somebody reports me.
Hmm.
Scotty B, let me know if you try this on your Google Chrome. He was talking about trying this StreamYard next time he has a video or something, or do a live stream. I want to know how it works. I thought about, if it works good and it doesn't like overheat your phone. If I'm doing a live stream somewhere, can you
Mhm.
can you do it on a phone or?
Well, bam.
Yes,
Keith just said you're gorgeous.
Keith, you already know. You already know. Just kidding. Nope, I don't see that. Just kidding. I don't see that. I just take the gorgeous part. Yes. Yep. That's Stephen, that's what we did. We shipped over appliances for, we had some new appliances and we shipped them over in the Balabayan boxes and we bought the adapters and all that good stuff so we could use our stuff that we already had, microwave, and we had a new um, air fryer and we had a new Instapot. So we had a bunch of stuff, a toaster. We had a bunch of stuff that we had from home. So we shipped it over here, right? Because, it was all good stuff. It's all quality. Um, so right now, we're today, as we sit here, the only thing that we still have is a my coffee maker that I use here. Everything else, somebody either did not pay attention or did not know and plugged it into the wall and blew it up. So every
Oh,
one of those other pieces.
oh
So
no.
you have somebody come over to your house and they're helping in the kitchen. Next thing you know, they plug it straight into the wall instead of the big adapter box that I have sitting on the counter just for
Yeah,
these items. No, they'll plug it straight in the wall. So bam.
there it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. So we blew up our microwave and
Mm.
my youngest son did that. He plugged it into the wall and blew it up. So now,
Yeah.
as we rebuy, I'm not telling nobody to ship that stuff over. The box was hell of expensive that we had to buy to run it, and then I could have just bought it all here, not paid for the shipping, and it
Right.
didn't work out for us. So I think H2H was asking me about one of those. Just buy it local. Yeah,
It's right. Yeah.
I have.
That's what
I
we do.
I'd like to find a better coffee maker, but I have not been able to find the coffee maker around here that I like.
Mm.
Um, so I quit using this one and not have to plug it into the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's more, Keith, it's more of the people that move over, because when you're traveling, you don't really bring your appliances, right? Less you know of somebody that does that. Do you take your toaster with you when you go on vacation?
Oh hell yeah.
It's like I gotta have my I gotta
Gotta
have
have
my
my toaster.
yeah. It's a Mickey Mouse toaster. I'm bringing this bad boy with me.
Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, but I agree with Philippine American couple. Yeah,
Yeah,
just buy it all over here.
yeah.
You know.
Now it probably is going to cost you a little more. You might not get the brand you had back home, but just buy it here. Save yourself headaches because you'll have somebody come to your house. Trust me, that's trying to help out. They'll grab something and plug it in the wrong thing, not looking. So
If you if it requires plugging in, it's going to cost you more.
yeah,
Everybody thinks everything is so cheap here in the Philippines. That's not the case.
right,
Electronics is more expensive here than it is in the US.
yeah,
TVs, microwaves, refrigerators, you
right,
name it. If it plugs in, it's going to cost you a little bit more here.
yeah. Michael, welcome in, welcome in.
Hey, Michael, how you doing? Hello, Michael.
Yeah, very cool
Keith
to
is
see
going to
you.
ship his bike over piece by
Yeah, peace,
piece.
puppy. He's got a beautiful Harley, so I
Mm,
can definitely understand about wanting to ship that over here. You can get Harleys here, but I've never
mm.
been into the dealership. That might be a great video for you. It's you got a dealership down there in Davao,
Yeah,
POD. That might
yeah.
be a hell of a video to go in there and show the people what they run over here.
Yeah, we got our camera, so I'm gonna get
Hey,
my
hey,
butt
hey.
back out there and start vlogging again. I miss doing
There
that,
you go. Yeah,
you know.
it's a lot of fun. If you're doing it for fun, it's a lot of fun. If you're doing it for
Yeah,
work, then it's not so much
yeah,
fun. It's like, damn.
yeah. And you know that's one thing about myself. I never did it for work. It
Right.
was all about just having a hobby, you
Yeah.
know, filling my free time and just
Right.
enjoy just being outdoors and being amongst the people and
Right.
living in the culture, taking
There
it
you
all
go.
in.
That is
Welcome
good.
everybody.
Hey, let me see. Yeah, it's also if anybody would like to come up, we just put it out there. We're not begging, but if you do want to come up, talk, you got a question, maybe you're considering coming to the Philippines for the first time, maybe you're considering moving to the Philippines, you want the real deal, Holyfield, you got a long time vet, um, living in Davao right here. A lot of knowledge, a lot of tell you what not to do and what to do right there in POD. And then I know a little bit myself.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
Keith, they'll get after you for that. If you're
Oh, yeah.
They'll get after you for that if your bike is real loud. I mean, they got these little bikes over here, and every now and then, you'll hear them. You'll hear those pipes cracking, and those
Yeah.
CTTMO officers, PNP, man, they get
Yeah.
after those guys.
Yeah. I
You
wonder
can
what they do.
drive,
I
huh?
wonder what they, I wonder what they do to, like the Harleys down there. Cause most Harleys are, they're
Loud,
loud. So
yeah.
I wonder what the rule is, if you visit the Harley store, what do they have to put some type of muffle system on it?
I'll go there. I should do a
Yeah,
video. I'll ask
that's
them
an
that.
excellent one. Yeah. Here we go. There's three of them now.
Hey,
He's
hi.
here.
How are you gentlemen doing?
Good
Good.
to see you. How are you?
Well, I saw you had your sports stuff going on, so I wanted to make sure everybody knew who the greatest college team was. So that's
Oh no,
what that is.
Oh man,
I can't see. Is that a Razorback?
Of course, come on, man.
What is that?
It's a fighting Razorback.
it's some kind of pig.
Look like a Razorback.
That's it.
Yeah.
Arkansas Razorback.
Yeah,
Well,
there you go.
that's not from Indiana, so it can't be the greatest.
But it is.
I had to squint my eyes because at first it looked like somebody spilt red paint on a black hat.
right.
That's what it is. Come on, man. Look at
Yeah,
that.
there you
That's
go.
Razorback.
Yeah, now I can see it. Razorback. Yeah,
Oh.
Keith, I'll check into that, Keith. It's a good question.
Keith, is that you in the trying to come up? Pop your camera on for a second so I can make sure that's you.
You know, I've seen a Harley or two here
Mhm.
since I've been here in the Philippines,
Cool.
and
There's a
their
lot of
bikes are
them.
loud. So
Yeah,
I don't
I've seen
know.
a couple, but
I don't know what the rule on that is. I will go check them out and ask.
yeah, see
Oh,
how
yeah.
nice.
Nice bike.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bike. Is that I don't know my Harleys all the way. You know, it looks like it's a what is the big one? The what
Boy.
Softail?
Fat boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fat Boy. Okay, yeah, that's nice.
I'm just
Yeah, that's a
sitting
really
here
big
outside.
bike in the Philippines. It's going to take up a
Yeah,
lot of space in the Philippines.
yeah,
It'll move a lot of space too.
yeah. It's
One thing about
go ahead.
go ahead. Now I was just
I
going
was
to
just
say one thing about riding on a bike here in the Philippines is really like the laws don't apply to them. Like these
right.
motorbike guys can drive where they want, how they want, and CTTMO and POP don't even look their way. All
Wow.
they check is their license and insurance and registration from time to time, and that's it. But man, I tell you what, should do a video on how the motorbikes,
Get away with
maneuver
everything.
throughout the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
in, Bill.
Driver-
Thank you for coming in.
Hi,
So
Bill.
does the international driver's license work over there?
Just for
You know, you
90 days.
just for night
Yeah.
because I'm actually actively considering looking into getting an internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have international driver's license, and I actually did a video on it, and because we travel overseas to other places too, and it's easy to get. You just show your driver's license and you get one. You pay a little bit of money, but from what I understand from everywhere, it's almost a worthless piece of document. Nobody really. It's worthless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure your driver's license is not expired when you come over. If it's
Yeah.
expired, it's no big deal. You have to take a written test, but it ain't nothing but a thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
But Keith, if you're just coming over for a visit,
Right.
I always tell everybody don't drive. Let somebody else drive. You get a cab or you get a van. You let somebody else deal with it. It's not here in the Philippines. It's not like going to Florida and renting you a car and just taking off.
Mm.
It's way different driving over here. I mean,
Yeah.
it might ruin your time of being here just because you're driving.
Oh, it will.
That's a
It,
good
it,
Right?
it will, especially if he gets into an accident.
Oh yeah.
Because it will be
Then
your
it-
fault no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, it's your
Yeah.
fault.
That's right.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
well, that's
Better
about like
have some good witnesses,
here. and actually driving around here, if you're not used to the environment and the mountains and driving on these, be really difficult. So I can imagine that it's pretty much the same way over there. A few videos, and it doesn't look like you have any stoplights there.
We got three. We got three in our town. So, and I live in the capital of this South Cotabato. I live in the capital city, and I got three stoplights. No stop signs. And just like tonight, we were driving somewhere, and my wife was driving, and there's a truck coming right at us in our lane, coming straight up the road. I mean, this is common,
Yeah.
or no lights
Over-
on vehicles, or I mean, it's craziness.
Right.
Overtaking is nuts here.
Yeah.
It's not about your driving ability. It's
Right.
about
You-
the others and how they actually perceive traffic and the flow of traffic.
Right.
You know, if
Yeah.
you come from a Western company,
Right.
you think traffic logically. You can't
Right.
do that in the Philippines.
No,
Right.
it's different. They drive more offensively than ever defensively. It's all
Mhm.
about them. They want to be first, even if they're going to turn right dead in front of you. They will cut
Well,
you off to get in
Oh,
front
yeah.
of you, to stop and to turn in front of you.
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, you would think there are, but yeah, not really. You know,
Yeah.
they spend more time here worrying about if you got a little headlight bulb burned out as opposed to the way you drive that vehicle.
Yeah.
But what
You
they're
know.
worried about is what they can stop you for to collect revenue.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. I
Right.
agree.
There are traffic laws in the Philippines, as I read them, but they're just not
Yeah.
enforced. What is enforced
Right.
is the easy ones where somebody will go ahead and give them, 100 pesos, 1,000 pesos just to be let go. That's
Right.
what we had to do. We just found it easier to give them 500 pesos
Yeah.
and not have, just
Right.
I
You
wish
know
they'd
what
do
I
that.
find re-
I wish they'd do that
Go
around
ahead.
here. I just got a 106 like 4 weeks ago.
Whoa.
I was doing
Yeah.
7 mile an hour zone.
Yeah.
So they hit me with one heck of a and that sun is killing me.
I bet.
a lot of people
the
here.
other thing you got to keep in mind if you're traveling long distances in the Philippines on your motorcycle
Right.
is you're going to get comfortable thinking, hey, this is great, beautiful traffic, nothing going on. And all of a sudden you're going to round a bend and there's going to be a sorry store stuck out in the road and a whole bunch of people and you're going to have to go, holy shit.
Stop real quick.
So don't go too fast in the Philippines, even if you think you can.
Right.
Well, this one
Yeah.
here.
Get up and go, can it?
It will. I mean,
People don't even look when they drive. They just pull out and go. They don't even look. They think they act like they're the only ones on the road.
Yeah. It's that me mentality, I'm telling you.
Now you
all
gotta
about
watch
how
the
me.
goats. Don't forget the goats.
that's how I am
yeah.
whenever I bike. I don't care about nothing. It's just me on the
Yeah. Well, you got to watch that.
here.
I see so many people laying in the road here,
Oh yeah.
getting wiped out. It's me, and they get in front of a semi that don't have those brakes, and me is laid out.
Yeah.
Well, I actually laid
Well, that's
this one. I actually
Did you?
laid this one here over last week in front of me,
Yeah.
and I knew if I didn't go into the ditch, I would have got more. I would have got hurt.
Right.
So I just took it into on me.
Right.
Really did was
Yeah.
got my front blinker just
Um,
a little bit. I gotta go get another.
Okay.
Yeah, replace the whole thing because it's a complete rod that comes across crossed it.
Cool. Yeah. Steven says, look out for the tricycles with no lights on going the wrong way. Yeah, you know what? When
All
we,
the time.
oh my gosh. I mean, come on. There are so many tricycles out on the road at night that don't even have lights on. My
Right.
wife and I, we were coming back from Surigao del Sur, and we were on a rural stretch of highway, and it was completely black out there. You can't see a thing, right? Just what your headlights hit. And we're clipping along. Of course, we're following the speed limit, yada, 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 you know, but we're clipping along. And all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, there's a tricycle in the left hand in the fast lane going slow with a whole bunch of people inside of it. My lights hit that, and I had to go off to the right side to miss them. They were just like right there. I'm clipping along, and they're petering about like, 25, 30 miles per hour trying to get up this hill, and you can't even see them until you're right on them.
Right.
There's a lot of those people out there.
I gotta go take care of something, and
All right.
but it's been a pleasure with y'all.
Hey, always, Keith.
And I'll
Thank you
catch
for
y'all-
hanging out with us.
Take care,
Knock
Keith.
Get y'all on the other side. So
All right. We'll see you later, bud.
Nice bike.
Thanks for hanging out.
Nice
Yeah,
scenery.
beautiful bike.
Nice scenery. Take care.
Yeah.
It's like rural Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah, we're not.
Michael's cutting up too.
We're not picking on the Philippines. We love the Philippines. All of
Yeah.
us are married to a Filipina. But, I mean,
Reality
facts are
is what it
facts.
is.
It is what
Yeah.
it is. And everybody that lives here knows it's true as well,
All right.
So there's no reason why anybody should be offended because it's, facts are facts.
Yeah. Bill says you can't forget about the Captain Red Horse operated bikes. Yeah. People driving drunk.
Hi, Hazel.
Welcome in, Hazel. Hazel's one of the beautiful Filipinas that my wife has interviewed, and we all
Yeah.
got to meet here. So,
She
there's
did
any
well.
single guys that is looking for a beautiful Filipina, go check out that video of Hazel. Her contact
Mhm.
information is right there. If she's the one your heart is fluttering about, go ahead, check her out.
I was there in the chat and she did a
Yeah.
very good job. Good
Uh,
evening.
Now, from what I recall, Hazel is from Mindanao area, maybe Lake Cebu. I'm thinking off the top of my head. And my wife interviewed him, so she remembers where everybody's from and stuff. But I think she's from down this way here. So yeah,
Well, who wants to tackle Stephen's question first? Because the three of us might have a different opinion on that. A meet and greet. I'm, if anybody
Yeah.
wants to tackle that one, I can, or I can go last. But
I'll start it because it's actually something that I thought about.
okay.
I have thought about doing a meet and greet, and I know somebody that has a resort. Of course, everybody be responsible for their own stuff, that kind of thing. But having a meet and greet, letting people come there, but have a few different YouTubers or TikTokers or whatever there, so it's not just if it was just me, I don't think I'd have maybe that one weird person to show up and hey, how you doing? But I think if I had you know several from the community, then doing something like that wouldn't be too bad. At least if nobody shows up, you're still hanging out with 3 or 4 other people that you already know, right? So I have thought about that something, but we never pulled it together as of yet. So
Pack, you got to.
I agree with what he said. And part of the logic is, not only the hassle of getting everybody together, getting everybody's schedules coordinated, because even in the Philippines, people are busy. You know how it is. You got things, you got the kids, you got this, you got that to try to schedule. And then, of course, to make sure that everybody understands that they are reliable for their own expenses, that it's not, the bills or somebody paying it and saying, hey, we're having, because that perception, if you invite people sometimes is, hey, I'm the one paying for everything. Come on.
Right.
So I agree with you there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Especially in the Philippines, right?
right.
Oh, you're buying everything, right? No,
Yeah.
no.
So you got to be careful about that.
No.
When we're over there, we've met other YouTubers and other friends, which is great, which I think works great. You just hang out with one or two people and have a good time.
Right. Sure. Yeah. POD, what's your take on it? Uh-oh.
Well,
I see him thinking smoke.
Yeah. Okay. I don't oppose it. I would be open to it if I knew the YouTubers that were going there, so I can decide if I can coexist with that group of people. I mean,
Sure.
I'm just telling it like it is. There's some YouTubers I just don't like, and that don't like me. We're all human beings. We have likes and dislikes in the world. I dislike sauerkraut. You might like sauerkraut. You know what I mean? But
I like it.
yeah. So my point is this, and I base it on the experience that I have had with foreigners, having been here for 8 years. I do better one-on-one or one-on-two. Small gatherings. When you get a big group of foreigners, everybody's fighting to be that big fish. Everybody wants to be that big fish. And there's all kinds of testosterone being shot around in the room. Well, you know what? At my age, that's not my thing. It never has been, never will be. But there are a lot of nice foreigners that I've met over here, but one-on-one, not in the big groups. I have not had a positive experience by engaging in a big group for the reason why I just said. Big fish, small pond mentality. I don't gravitate toward that. But I would be open to a meet and greet. And if I see a couple of people that I can kind of that I click with, then I can just break off and hang out with them, and make a couple of friends and then move on. But overall, large groups of foreigners, I don't like to. Even here in the subdivision, it's really weird, you guys. I don't know if Bam or Pack has experienced this. When I'm walking in the mall or walking down the street in Davao, and there's a foreigner, and we're kind of passing each other by, I try to uh, attain eye contact to say hello. And they know you're there because you're walking right by each other. A lot of times I used to say hello. They never say a word. They just keep looking straight, or they'll look away to avoid eye contact, and they look away to avoid having to engage a simple hello. You run into a lot of that kind of arrogance here. So I'm not impressed with foreigners over here, a lot of them, but there are some nice ones.
A lot of foreigners go to the Philippines not to hang out with other foreigners. If we wanted to hang out with a bunch of freaking Americans, you just do it in America. If you want to do it in Germany, you just do it in your home.
Stay home.
Right. And I like what you said there, because I jokingly tell people with Americans, and because when I'm in the Philippines or Korea or any other freaking country I've been to, when I see another American, I don't want to talk to them. I'm just like, and keep going. My wife, on the other hand, we could be in an airport in Aruba, and she'll meet some Filipina, and they're like best friends forever. Oh my God, you're you're from the Philippines. And I'm just sitting there going,
Right.
oh.
Mhm.
It's weird how they can find other Filipinas all over the world and they're real tight. Americans, when we go to other places, we don't really want to hang out with other Americans.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing with me. When you hear me say this, I'm actually an extrovert. I'm a bubbly person. I like to mingle and rub elbows and get to know people. I'm that way. That's my personality. I'm outgoing. But since being here, I've become more introverted for the reason Pac just outlined, and based upon my own experiences. Hi Ken, how you doing? But please understand me very clearly. I am not at all saying all foreigners here are bad and not worthy to hang out with.
A lot of good
If I
guys there.
felt that way about them, then I would have to say, about that way about me too. I mean, it goes both ways. But I do see a lot of the big fish, small pond mentality. And as soon as I get that from somebody, I'm going. I'm out of there. I don't even hang around with them. I don't have time for that. I have more Filipino friends than I do foreigner friends.
Well, and the other thing is you have the Americans who want to be, or the foreigners who want to be a big fish, or you have the other guys that you meet that basically are there to get drunk and want to be drunk 24/7 because they're pension checks. I mean, we ran into after the typhoon hit, we were stuck weeks after in a hotel, and I ran into this guy who's 80 years old, and got talking to him a little bit in the lobby, and he's like, "Oh, the only reason I'm here is because my pension allows me to be an alcoholic, and I still get to chase 20-year-old girls," and I'm just like, "Wow, good to meet you."
Right.
Yeah.
Have fun. Good luck with that.
So
Yeah. Exactly. Bill.
Hello there, Bill. Ken Under. Sorry about that, guys. Hello, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely true. As POD was saying, the foreigners that live here or sometimes even visiting. Um, when I don't have a lot of foreigners in this area, so it's kind of when I see one, it's like shocking. Like, oh, look what the hell's look what the wind blew in today. Wow, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
I actually seen one today. He was in the back of a truck. And I mean, he was just grinning ear to ear, standing up at the back of the truck, holding on to the bars, and just people were driving him around like he was a circus clown or something. I don't know. Yeah, it was like, but he was happy to be doing it, right? You just
Yeah.
you can't do that stuff in the States and get away with it, right? You get pulled over quick,
Mm-hmm.
standing up in the back of a truck. But he came through, and I was like, "Can you believe this? Mary, did you take a picture of that one?" That kind of thing. And it's always shocking to see a foreigner here in this area, even though there's some sprinkled through. But like now, when I go down to Davao, you go to the mall, you're going to see foreigners walking by you. It's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not uncommon. You're going to see them. They're there. They live in the neighborhood that we have a house down there. They're in the neighborhood. Now here, I don't have that, So
Yeah.
but I always will talk to them if they speak, want to talk, I'll talk. If they don't, hey, I don't go out of my way. Hey, that's about it.
what I enjoy is meeting the foreigners not from America. So the ones that are, from maybe Korea or Pakistan or, Germany, from different countries. I actually
Sure.
enjoy getting, and I've met some and have some good friends now from all over the world because they're either from Australia or, wherever they're from. That's kind of a different take on it. And you get to learn about another culture, maybe another religion. You get to have some fun. And usually they're a tiny bit more respectful than other Americans are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to our country, but we've lost something somewhere along the way. It's not the America I was born in and grew up knowing. She is completely different. Bill says hanging with another Kano is like marrying another Western woman. Not going to happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's not that bad. You know, like if I meet up with POD and we're hanging out, hey, that's great. You know,
That's
we're
different.
friends. We're hanging out, right? But just a stranger that I see out and about, I'm probably not going to hang out with him because he's unfortunately most of them are alcoholics. I mean, I'll drink a beer with them or whatever, but my job is not to get shit faced every day. That's not what I do, you know. And a lot of them, that's what they want to do. They want to pass out drunk every day. I don't want to be that guy, you know.
Yeah.
It's not me.
You know,
It's not how I roll.
and and I'd like to expound on that a little bit. That kind of plays into the reason why I don't like hanging with them, because they forget, you know, a lot of them are gonna watch this on replay, and I know I'll have a couple of comments down below. That's pretty cool. Thank you for participating. But anyway, the thing of it is that these drunkards that come over here, they forget that they are actually, like it or not, an ambassador of your country. You represent your country. And when you come over here and act the fool, Filipino that don't know any better going to think all Americans are like that. They're going to judge them based on the way I conduct myself, the way you conduct yourself, you know? And yeah, that's not my cup of tea. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section.
I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah. I'll leave one for him too.
Yeah, leave it for me. I don't care. I'll flatly tell you. You know, because
straight out,
idiot Americans, and you know, I would have, because I ask a lot of questions. I'm one of these idiots that ask a lot of questions, and I talk to a lot of people, and I had a lot of Filipinos ask me many questions over the years about about American behavior and why we do these things, and I would just be honest. And one of the things that always came up was, why do Americans get so mean and loud when they're drunk? And I'm like, So from their perspective, you know, loud drunk Americans, unless they're providing the beer, really ain't worth hanging around.
Right.
Liquid courage.
Right.
You know, I mean, they're everywhere. They're out the front door and they're on YouTube and in TikTok and they're everywhere, you know. But I have met some really nice foreigners here. I really have. But the vast majority of the ones, no, thank you. I will not even sit down with them if they offered me a free meal. And
now, let me venture to say that the foreigners that are married and having a family I'm going to put them in a good category. You know, so their purpose is to be a family person like us, you know, all of us. So that's a different animal versus the guy that comes over and he's a millionaire for 28 days or is just coming over to run from the America and you know, and drink and party and do whatever he can. So you got to keep that in mind. You can kind of weigh it going, well, if I meet somebody, are they married? You know, do they have kids? You know, then those people may have a better tendency of somebody you might want to get to know versus that single guy you meet in the lobby going, man, the only reason I'm here is to get drunk every day and, you know, sleep with 20-year-olds, you know, so.
Yeah. Well, you raise a good point, my friend. That is very true. And we share in having a Filipino wife. And that's our commonality, our common ground, you know? And yeah, I do agree with you. They're more responsible. They're more settled. They have an investment, you know, and they're vested emotionally into the country, into the people. So yeah, they make better acquaintances than, like you said, the guy that just got off the airplane and just wants to go play. You know,
right?
Yeah, That's another topic for another day. People come here and think they're going to play without repercussion. Good luck with that.
That's right.
Right.
You know, good luck with that. And don't ever come here and deface somebody in public. What I mean, undress them in public verbally. Do not ever come here and embarrass a Filipino in public. That could not go well for somebody, you know.
And you don't get anything accomplished. You know, that doesn't work in the Philippines. In America, you know, you can dress people down and get them to change their behavior and admit their mistakes if you force them to. But in the Philippines, you kind of got to finesse it a little bit. You know, you got to jive a little bit and smile and say, oh, thank you, I need your help. And no matter how crazy it gets, just keep working it and being positive, and you can get things done.
Yeah, Stevens, I don't know what Stevens referring to. Says he talked with many Filipinos there. Many have told me you're a really nice American guy. Most of the white guys I chat with are not very nice. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, that's just the thing, you know, just be, you know, here's the thing. When you're not gonna change when you come here. If you're, well,
An asshole.
if you're a dick in the US, you're gonna be a dick in the Philippines. That you don't change. That's just the way it is. You are who you are no matter where you go, and you're not going to change that, you know. So either that can work for you or it won't work for you. And if you're a man of very, very little patience and tolerance, you might not want to come here. You might not want to pack your bags and head for the Philippines, because living here, oh, the people are wonderful. They're beautiful. They're good hosts. You know, but they're like everybody else anywhere else. There's good and bad everywhere. And the challenges of living in a foreign country is not easy. I don't care how beautiful the girls are. I don't care how beautiful the white sandy beach is or the crystal blue water is. There's always challenges in any country that you go to. So when you come here, you're going to face challenges, especially if you live here. So you're going to have to be a man of patience and tolerance, and don't try to change them or their ways, or yeah, that's going to go over like a lead balloon. You know?
Absolutely.
So,
So beautiful.
What's
you're
Lisa
so beautiful,
Mark?
Riley.
I know.
Isa, hello there, and Mark. You're beautiful,
Yeah.
Riley. Very beautiful.
I don't know if you remember him, but that's Ugly American in the Philippines. That was the name of his channel before his wife took it over and changed it. But,
Yeah, I remember that. I could never understand why he would
So he
say
thought it was
ugly
ugly?
American. A little sarcasm, I bet, you know. Well, a whole lot of sarcasm,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. Good to see you. Yes, Mark, I know I'm gorgeous.
I think he's drunk. It must be delusional. Having those beer goggles on.
He already knows. He already knows. What can I say? Yeah,
Thanks,
it's
McEastland.
McGeesland. I see. I know you're Bohol there. There's enough drama on that island from the YouTubers themselves to
Oh my gosh.
sink a ship. So hopefully you're not already called up. I like some of the guys over there, but it seems like that is a hot spot for the drama in the Philippines. YouTube communities like Bohol. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Isa Mark says he has no patience. Oh my God. Yeah.
He's got patience. He's out there fishing. He's a fisher. So
he gotta have patience.
He's got patience. So.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna go cook some lunch for my wife.
Hey, sounds good.
I'm doing an LS. I don't know. I don't know what I took out. Probably, I think I have some sway fish that I'm going to try to cook her. I think, and well, rice and
Right.
and fish. I think is what I'm making. I don't know. I'm kind of
Okay.
running low on protein, so we have to go to the store and get some protein today.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do an LS tonight, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the different types of visas that are out there to allow people from the Philippines to come to America.
Very
Oh.
good.
We're
People get
looking into this for family, so I'm becoming an expert in the different the visas from the Philippines to America. So we're going to talk about some of that tonight, if anybody's on. So
definitely. I got plenty of experience in that, bringing family to the U.S. and
great.
who
Great.
got approved and who did not, and why they didn't get approved.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're single and you don't have like a ton of money, you're not getting in the U.S. Sorry.
You know,
Yeah, and some of the rules have changed under Biden. It's kind of got looser. So we're looking at taking advantage of this looseness and seeing if we can immigrate family to the United States. So we're just starting the process. But I thought it'd be a good topic to get input in from others who may have gone through the nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
I want to bring my wife over to the U.S. just for a 3-week visit.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like you got to go through this interrogation process just
You
for
do.
a lousy weeks. It appears to me, and I am probably wrong, it seems like it would be a heck of a lot easier to move your wife there as opposed to just going over for a visit.
It is. It's definitely is. And it's financially, the burden is less. So you're right. Getting a spousal visa for your spouse is easier than getting a tourist visa for your spouse.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is.
I just want to bring my wife over to meet some of my family members that are still alive, you know.
Right.
Crazy. Mick Eastlands lives on a small island off of Bohol. Mark stopped driving because of because no patience for the road. Oh, I feel your pain.
All right, guys. You gotta go.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see
All
you
right,
next time.
See you
We'll
later.
see you.
Take
We'll
care.
see you. You too now.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding, huh? Yeah, they're.
Just kidding.
I hope they let me back in the U.S. I don't know. We'll see. They haven't served me with any paperwork lately, so.
Can you imagine? I've been gone for over 8 years. And if I go through immigration in the US, they're going to look at me like, where the hell you been?
What happened?
You know, what happened to you? You know?
What do you got?
Oh, I got
what do you got in
abducted
the
by
bag?
aliens in the Philippines. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the cost is huge. Yeah, the cost and time, and if you do it the wrong way, man, it will cost you out the wazoo. But doing it the right way, the first time, not hiring a lawyer, that kind of things, makes it a lot smoother.
I just want to bring her for 3 weeks to meet some of the family, you know, and to give her a little taste of what the U.S. is like before I croak. That's it, you know, and come back, you know. But, you know, I'm told, you know, you got to pay $500 filing fee and you got to go to, you know, and then if you don't get approved, then, you know, they keep your money, you know, there's no refund and you got to take a couple of trips to Manila. It's like, man, that's just too much investment before you go, you know.
Welcome in, stranger. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you in here tonight.
Hey, stranger. Yeah, Steve, I'm in agreement with you. I don't see
Stay
my
where you are.
I stay where we're at. I don't want to make that investment and have it fall through, you know. Yeah. I told Cha if she wants to see the US, watch from YouTube videos. She's not missing anything.
Right.
They do
Yeah,
charge you.
yeah. Charge. Anything to make that money. Now, if you
Yeah.
just fly over to Mexico, there's a
Yeah, that's what I hear. You just fly into Mexico and you can cross the border. You know,
uh,
you just run with the coyotes. Yeah, just put on dress like a coyote and hit the trail.
it's a lot more than the Philippines. Yeah. Mark, why don't you go ahead and come up on our panel? It'll be the first time ever that I can remember
Yeah.
you ever coming up. Or if anybody else wants to come up, feel free. We always offer it here to make you guys feel at home and welcome. Thank you guys. I'm streaming on Facebook as well, but Facebook I cannot see the chat. So if you're over on
Mm.
Facebook watching this, why don't you come over here to YouTube where I can see what you're typing? Come on
Mm.
over, check out the Rileys on YouTube. Come hang out with us. And if you want to come up on the panel, you can. Just just like this. You're naked. Welcome
Okay.
to the Philippines. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Yeah. That is
Uh,
acceptable behavior here.
that's how they do. I mean, you're going to
Yeah.
bed, might as well get streaking.
Oh
I
man.
was telling my wife we were going to that nougat bed tonight, right? So she was taking me over there, and I only had like shorts on that they're just house shorts that I wear, but
Sure.
they're almost like what I would consider tight, like boxers would be, right? They're not big and oversized or nothing. So I was like, I feel weird if I was to get out of the car and somebody sees me in these, even though people are running around in the damn underwear here, driving down the
Mhm.
road in a pair of boxers. But but I feel weird wearing those. I had underwear on, I had those shorts on, but they were just, you know, above the knees and a little tighter than I normally wear. Like, oh, I feel weird. Taco Bell uniforms. I like to have some Taco Bell actually. So there's
I
not a Taco
changed.
Bell down there, does it? Or are there down in Davao?
Oh, I'd take Taco Bell. You know
Yeah,
what I
me too.
crave for is a
What's that?
Subway. Subway.
Yeah,
Oh, I miss Subway. You
yeah.
know.
Did
Speaking of
did you
underwear,
guys?
I changed my I changed my car oil and underwear one day.
Do you?
Yeah, but I didn't know they were underwear. What's that cartoon character with the two pistols? Sam.
Uh,
Is
70
that
Sam or that?
Sam something?
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend back in the day bought me underwear with the fly in the front, and they had that Sam character on there, the cartoon with the two pistols, and I'm changing oil and I scoot out from underneath the car, and the neighbor's standing over there with a cup of coffee and he's talking to me and he kept looking at me like just strange. And I kept looking back at him I wiped my face like, I have something on my face. He's
Right.
staring at me like I was like, belong, a little crazy.
Right.
So
Right.
after the conversation, I go inside. My girlfriend says, "Were you just outside?" I said, "Yeah, I'm changing the oil in the car." Bob came over and talked to me for a little bit. She goes, "You changed the oil in your underwear?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought these were shorts." Yeah, I thought they were shorts. They look
We
like shorts.
right.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, as long
What?
as your bird wasn't hanging out and
Yeah,
scaring
everything.
people. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what's going on?
Oh, they have a
Uh,
Subway and Taco Bell in Manila.
yeah.
Wow. But here's my question, Bill. Is the Subway legitimate like back in the West? Is it good? Is everything fresh? Do they sell the same thing or do they have spaghetti next to it? Oh boy. Yeah. I really do miss Subway big time.
Yeah.
Steve says my wife got a tourist visa 2012. It was $160, 10 years before we married in 2016 for a K1. Was big buck, took 8 months. The tourist visa, very little requirements. Good for 10 years, got it in a day. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, they're not that quick now. They're not that
Yeah.
quick now. The
Yeah.
tourist visas.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing's fast in the Philippines anymore,
no.
except for the babies popping out. Oop, did I say that out loud?
Oh man, it's
Cool.
it's always fun here in the Philippines, and yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I know you guys got a Burger King down there, which I have not been. Burger King was never my like, I gotta have Burger King. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
Um, but I can't remember of any place I've been that's like, yes, I can't believe I get to go there. You know, maybe
Mhm.
maybe it was a Dairy Queen at the mall or something there in Iloilo. I think maybe I got a Blizzard or something while I was here. But other than that, I
Yeah.
haven't found anything that's like, oh, I'm so happy to find this here.
Mhm. We have one Burger King in Davao City, and that is right next to the G Mall in Bahada. And
Right.
the only sandwich that I like from Burger King is Whopper. So,
Yeah.
before I started cracking down on what I eat, I go over
Yeah.
there and eat the Whopper.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Do
Those
they
are
have
good.
onion rings as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have onion.
See, I might stop in there to get like that kind of combo.
Mm.
But last time I think my sister-in-law was with me and she wanted some Burger King and I hadn't been here long enough to actually want it. Like, nah, I won't. Go, you go ahead. I don't want any. Go ahead. Have fun. Go ahead. But now yeah, Burger King. Yeah, give me some Burger King too.
Mark wants a casino. Yeah, they like to
That's
gamble
all
here.
you want. Up in Manila, there's casinos, right? There's several of
Mm.
them around, but not down here. I don't think. Is there any casinos down in Davao?
If there are, I wouldn't know because
Yeah, I wouldn't
my
either.
wife and I
I don't go
don't.
to 'em.
We don't
Yeah,
seek them out.
yeah.
I thought I saw one over next to Center Point, but I don't think
Mm,
it's in there anymore.
mm,
But yeah, we're not gamblers.
yeah.
We don't even seek them out.
Man, I don't even play the lottery here.
Yeah,
So
us too. We don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
The lottery, I only thing I gamble with is eating. Will this make me shit myself today or will it not? Let me drink this or eat this. Will I crap myself after I? They said it's the ice is filtered ice, but let me see if it is or not. I'm gambling on that.
Mm.
That's all I really gamble on.
Hey,
And
you want to field this question by Steven?
go ahead. What is it?
Do you buy your clothes online or local? I am also
Mm,
a big guy. Anything over XL can be hard to find. Yeah.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Well,
The sizes here, Bill, um, run at least 2 to 3 sizes smaller. Like say for example, if you want to buy a 5XL in the US and you thinking you're buying a 5XL here, it's not the same. It's more like a 2 or a 3XL, you
yeah,
know.
maybe,
It's
maybe.
considerably, yeah, if
Yeah,
you're lucky, maybe. And the
right.
material, the quality isn't that
Yeah,
good
feels
either.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've bought some shirts down in Davao. I've tried one on, it fit. So I picked up several, and they were. I'm normally between a 2X or 3X, depending on the shirt. But these were 5X, and the first one fit, so I grabbed a few more different style, same rack, different look or whatever. And then
Mhm.
when I got them back to the house, the one I tried on fit, but every one that I did not try on did not fit. So
Even though they were the
uh,
same size.
even though they were the same size, same, on the same rack, I think, I don't need to try them all on. They're all the same. No,
Mhm.
that didn't work.
Yeah.
So pretty much, I have been stuck in the same clothes for 3.5 years. I've went through clothes like a it's been horrible, 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 horrible. So
Yeah.
only time I've gotten some new clothes is when our friend H2H has came over. He brung
Mhm.
some clothes with them and gave gave to us some shirts and different things, some underwear, some socks. I mean, what a blessing. And then
Yeah.
POD also shared one of his blessings with me, gave me some underwear and I think some shorts and stuff, right? And that's the only time I've gotten any clothes to fit. And last year for Christmas, my family's so tired of seeing me wear the same stuff all the time. They all bought clothes for me, and
Mhm.
none of them fit me. Uh, Thank you for getting me this, and it's a 5X shirt, and I hold it up, and it's
Mhm.
like, like no, it's not gonna fit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. H2H was a blessing. Bringing us shirts and underwear. Scoop B sent over some shorts and some underwear, and those are what we shared with Bam.
yeah, yeah,
Spread the love. And so
yeah,
yeah, if you're a big guy and you're gonna move here, uh, pack a Bellic Bunyan box, load up some big size shirts and some
right,
underwear, and you know, load up away.
yeah,
Load it up and ship it over because it's going to be hard to find here. Underwear and shirts. As far as socks go, I have socks, but I'm not a socks guy anymore. As a
right,
matter of fact, I don't I don't wear enclosed shoes anymore. I wear sandals and I'm in
mostly
sandals
right.
all the time. And when I first got here, Bill, I looked like a clown. I was wearing socks and sandals. People were looking at me in the mall like, the hell we got here? Yeah,
Yeah,
don't wear socks with your sandals.
yeah. I see it. I spot them from so far away. Like, there's a new foreigner in town. He's
Yeah,
he's a rookie. He's a rookie. he's got some.
yeah,
He's got the socks on with the sandals. I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
you stick out so bad.
You'll
Shoes,
want,
all the shoes. Yeah,
yeah, you'll
I've
want some
found
shoes.
shoes. Yeah,
Yeah, you'll want some shoes, you'll want some socks, some dress clothes to look nice, going to a wedding, to, going out to dinner, Valentine's. Do bring those kind of clothes, but you don't need a whole lot of them. I would
yeah,
focus more on short sleeve shirts, t-shirts. If you're a small guy, uh, tank tops, what have
yeah,
you. Yeah, us big guys load up on underwear and shirts for
yeah.
sure. You're gonna
Try to
need
get
them.
try to get some dry fit, if at all possible. Dry fit. Like, this is a cotton T-shirt. No, this one might be a dry fit. Let me see here. Well, some of them I got are cotton and some are dry fit, but the dry fit, I can wear it out and not look too much like a clown. But if I just wear a regular cotton T-shirt, I mean, I'll have these big blotches everywhere all over me. When I go somewhere, it got blotches. I was looking at a picture of myself. I took standing next to my dad when he got married. I was in a shirt. I had the big blotches all over me where I was sweating so bad. Like, good Lord. So
Yeah, Mark, white
yeah,
socks. I have some white socks, black socks, blue socks, dress socks.
yeah,
A few pair. for those special occasions, but those special occasions are few and far in between. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't overstock on those, you know. Oh, and bring
Yeah.
shorts, you know, like basketball styled shorts, those kind of
Yeah.
shorts. They're hard to find here if you're a big guy, you
Yeah.
know. Bring those
Especially
too.
if you want them, especially if you want them to come down to your knees and stuff. Maybe you find some that will fit your waist, but they're gonna be short if you're
You'll
taller
look like
anyway.
a Yeah, you'll look like those guys, you know, in the 1970s when they played basketball, you know, the real tight shorts that they wore in the
Right, right.
70s. That's why Bam followed basketball. That's how he got hooked
That
on he,
that's
he got hooked on basketball.
like look at these short Daisy Duke
Look at
short
these.
wearing dude.
We're short shorts.
Yeah, they can place every part of your shoe cheap. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, that's something I have several pairs of shoes that I brought over here. And I have not like my shoes that I wore over the tennis shoes I was wearing at the time when I moved here. They're still good to go because I wear them so unfrequently. I mean,
Mhm.
I got two new pairs that I've not even touched yet, and yeah, it just I never wear shoes like you said. I'm always in some slippers now. I had three pairs of slippers when I first came, but I have bought slippers over, while I've been here and stuff. I went from the
Mhm.
slide on style is what I used to wear all the time. Now I just have the flip flop slippers that I, like the
Yeah.
like the rest everybody else wears. So
Yeah. I wear the ones you just slide your foot into,
yeah, I
you know.
used to, but I don't do that no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. I just wear these.
Yeah, slides. Yeah,
Slide, slide and go. Slide and go. You know.
bring underwear, Filipino underwear, no room. Yeah, that's it. My wife thought she was doing me a big favor, ordering me some underwear offline. These special kinds that were
Mhm.
breathable, and they she got the big like 3X. She got them to me, and they felt like I was dying in those things. I'm like, I can't wear
Yeah.
these. What are you doing? this is this is not big enough.
Oh my goodness, Danny. And I
Yeah,
thought I
but
had a hard time finding shoes.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, Danny, I only wear a 12, so I can find slippers here. So and that's I've never bought shoes. Well, I bought a pair of shoes one time when I was on vacation. I needed a pair of shoes and bought a pair of shoes at Converse or something in the mall. But yeah, 12 is what I
Don't
wear.
strangle your voice.
Yeah, I was choking them, definitely choking them. But there was air holes in the underwear, and I was like, this is not comfortable. I don't know who lied. Maybe
Oh
they
my
said they were
God.
comfortable, like wearing gym shorts on with your sensitive parts. Like this is not comfortable. Like I can appreciate the smell leaking out on people, but
Mm.
it's not comfort. Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, just stock up on clothes.
Now there
Yeah.
is one brand that I've found that you can find here in a shirt that will fit, and I'll let their spokesperson talk to you about that brand. If there's one brand that you might find that will fit you,
Fubu.
Mr. Spokesperson. Man,
Fubu.
now that's the only brand that I know here that actually will fit to size, right?
And not all either. Even now
Some of
you're
them,
lucky to find some that fit you. But
right?
uh, as Bam said earlier, H2H came over, and Hazel's laughing. She know that. She knows Fubu is the
Food,
lifesaver for the big boys. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, H2H was a lifesaver, brought some shirts over. You know, Scoop B sent over some stuff, you know, and that helps. Whenever you have you know, acquaintances, friends that come over and visit, they bring stuff, you know, and that's
Right.
really helpful. You know,
Man.
otherwise, yeah, you know, you have to have a family member send that stuff over
Right.
to you, and that could be
Please,
expensive.
please bring send them. Yeah. So Kenny said he bought some pants for the wedding. Yeah. Yeah. It's they don't make them like we do over there, do they? It's all tight in the wrong places and.
That's right, the Mickey Slints. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I
Yeah.
FUBU, yeah, 4S bias. Yeah, it means something different here too. I found out not too long ago. I did a TikTok post because I keep seeing people talk about FUBU, and I was like, well, I know FUBU back in the States that 4S bias, but I wondered what it meant here, and it's pretty much it's kind of like a F buddy, if you will. It's saying you want to not be in a relationship with somebody, but you just want to do stuff with them. And that's if you say FUBU here to the Filipinos, they that's how they take it. So I wondered, like, what are they talking about? You know? So that I found out the
Ah.
hard way. So
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've been here over 8 years and never heard of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I see a lot of Filipinos that walk around with FUBU shirts on.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's strange.
yeah.
Wow. Yes, sir, Mark. We are both in Mindanao.
Yeah, Mark's in the top of Mindanao, but
Cool.
he's way up there. Might as well be in
Mm.
Luzon or the
Um,
Visayas. So he's so
yeah.
far north. Yeah, it's bringing clothes that fit and having them. I packed myself, POD. I packed too many jeans. Like I had some nice jeans and stuff, so I was
Mhm.
like, well, just throw them in the ballot buying box, and I'll bring them. But I can probably count out of the 3.5 years or whatever that I've lived here. I probably wore a pair of jeans maybe 3 times,
Mm.
maybe. And it's been the same
Wow.
pair. I didn't need it 6 pairs. I didn't need them.
Yeah. Invest in shorts, you guys.
Yeah, get some nice shorts.
Wow.
Yeah,
The redneck part of the Philippines.
yeah,
So,
we're in
you
the
guys,
redneck part.
I don't know if y'all got TikTok or not, but come on over to TikTok too and find us over there. You can find Bam on TikTok, same name. Check out the Rileys, made easy, and same with me, same name on TikTok. Be super cool to hook up with you over there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's especially if you like shake it videos. We both are really into doing shake it videos. We like to shake it. We
Shake
like
it,
to push
shake
it.
it. Oh my God.
G- Danny
Do it
said
again.
jeans are good for riding bikes. I personally don't ride a bike, so it's
Mm.
I got one here, but it's got so much dust on it. I know you're gonna get a sound effect going to my shake it. I don't know if I want
Yeah, you were shaking and you stopped, and I was going to hit this one.
Do that again. Do that again. Do it. Do it.
Do that again. Do that again. Yeah, Mark said, later, guys, stay sexy, Billy. All right, Bam.
always, always.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Mark. Thank you for coming.
yeah. I can't
Now,
help but be sexy. So
yeah, it's just a cross that you have to bear, you know?
right, right.
So we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. But you know, the one thing that I can't see as your co host, it doesn't show how many people are watching on this end.
It shows us here. Shows
Yeah.
right now we're still running 8 strong. Look who just walked in the door. Look at that.
We were just talking about him.
Of course.
We were just talking about you.
You probably heard his name. Probably felt us. Something
Oh,
in the
too
force.
what? Which cracking boys, not too much. Danny says there is an art to finding good meat from a butcher here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
You know
called
what?
S&R.
Yeah. But their bacon still wasn't good. I tried their bacon there. It's like, nah, no.
Yeah.
But I don't live that close to the SNR, so I got to get meat here. My wife at our KCC, they have good meat, but not at the other store. That one store has good this, and the other store has good that. And if you find a butcher, he might be there for a minute and then gone again. You won't know where he went, where his shop went. Like, dang, it's always trouble. Yeah.
If you know what to do and ask for, you can get really good meat here. Yeah.
Well, we don't. My wife, I can't order meat in this area, or I can't afford it if I can. Um, like, oh, sir, that's gonna be. Oh yeah, we got a special price for you.
Yeah. There's always a special price for
Oh
a
yeah.
foreign. Huh.
Oh, you gotta age it for 7 days. Wow, did not know that. We usually like to take it and fix it right away. Not let it. Sometimes we leave it in the fridge for a few days, but typically we don't.
We have a lot of places here in Davao that we can buy good meat. We
Yeah,
don't really have a problem with that here in Davao.
yeah.
No, Stephen, I personally do not eat goat meat. No.
I do. We have goats at the farm, and that's one of the special things that this family does for special occasions. We harvest a goat and eat a goat. So I've ate it a lot, and I've always liked it. There's not
Oh,
too
okay.
much I don't like.
That's good advice, Danny. Thank you for that. H2H says y'all ain't never got two things that match either. Y'all get Kool-Aid, no sugar, peanut butter, no jelly, ham, no burger. No kidding. No
It's
kidding.
quoting Chris Tucker from he played Smokey on
Mm.
Friday. That was one of his famous lines. Yeah. H2H, are you home available, or are you at work just listening? Because there's a link there if you want to try to come up. Love to have you up here.
Anybody, come on up.
Yeah. But yes, goat meat, I eat it. I try everything, I try to see if I like it or not, but I have not tried dog, even though it has been offered to me.
Never.
Yeah. I've to be honest with you guys, I'm under the realistic part of life right now where, you know, um, I've never ate a dog, but I've never been that hungry personally. Now, if I was, starving and stuff, maybe that puppy started looking good. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
so I don't dog them for they eat what they got, and
No pun intended, right?
right.
You
So
don't talk.
so you never know. If I got hungry enough, maybe some doggy dog would taste delicious. But
Huh.
yeah,
Danny
at
must
work.
be a Danny, were you a butcher before? in some kind of past life or something. Danny seems to know a lot about meat.
Maybe he was a hunter. He did deer and stuff. I haven't had venison in so long that.
Yeah, I hunted deer for many years.
Did you?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the back straps. The back straps on the deer. Those are good.
Yeah. Somebody else always had it and fixed it in like a deer stew or I had spaghetti with deer and just all kinds of different stuff that they would fix it up in.
Mm.
I ate all that. I did not mind.
Danny says, I'm a master plumber. My grandfather was a master butcher. Well,
Oh,
between those generations, they had both ends covered. Sorry, I couldn't help it. You got to admit, Riley, that was a good one.
oh man, I seen that
Give it
one
up.
cooking. You were cooking
You
it
saw
up,
that
weren't
one
you?
cooking.
He was like, "Oh, I
was
got
all
this
over
one."
that. I got this one. I had duck on a June bug, baby.
Uh,
Yeah. So anyway, good to see you all.
yeah,
Nice,
we still
nice that you guys came in.
8 people still here. I don't know how many people watching this over on Facebook. Of course, it
Yeah.
got its own crowd. I can't see the chat from there, and but if you guys are over there, come on over to YouTube. Check out the Rileys. Also, don't forget my co-host tonight, Philippines on Demand.
Hi,
Let's go.
everybody. Steven said, I have never found a great steak there. I just stick now to ground beef and make it into
Yeah.
burgers. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I haven't found a good steak here in Davao. Not even at a restaurant. Thank you, H2H. Even H2H like that one.
But he's hoping you don't quit your day job and
Quit my day. I don't have a job anymore.
but don't quit that one then.
Don't quit that one then. Oh my goodness. Danny says most of the hamburger here is mixed with organ meat. That is what
Yeah.
gives it that weird taste. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, you go out
Is
here
it-
to barbecue corner and they got intestines on a stick. No, thank you.
Now come on, that's what H2H was grubbing on. He grubbed on all that stuff.
Yeah.
His wife was feeding him all that stuff. Like, here,
I
let's see if
know.
we can make him shit himself by eating this. Here, try this.
Did
They
it
were
work?
like, well, I don't think it was that. I think he got caught by some water, some ice.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
He was eating everything. Then he drank some soda one time, and that's the
Yeah,
mess.
They claim Davao has a really good water system here. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
can
what they
claim
say.
that all they want. I don't
I
drink.
wouldn't drink
I
it.
don't drink tap water in the Philippines.
Yeah,
I just don't. I drink bottled water,
man.
or from the water station, or bottled
right.
water from the store, but
Yeah.
never tap water.
Grind it yourself, huh? Yeah.
The restaurants are like any other restaurant, though.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, you sit down, you open up the menu, and you see that picture. Oh, that looks good. But then when they bring it to your table, you're looking at the picture, you're cross-referencing, looking
Right.
kind of back and forth. And are you sure this is that? It don't look the same. False advertisement. And then you get a lot of what, Bill? When you're trying to order something, what do you hear a lot?
Hey, if you're really set on it and your mouth is watering, that's why you went to that place. It's
Say it.
guaranteed. It's
Say it.
guaranteed. Out of stock, sir.
I
Sorry.
said it. Out of stock. Oh my gosh. I took Bill to a restaurant here, and it's an American one, Coco's. They sell American food. And we ordered, I mean, we must have made like 5 or 6 attempts. Out of stock, sir.
Yeah.
Out of stock, sir. So we ended up buying 6 pizzas. Of course,
Yeah.
to go too,
Right,
I
right.
mean, we didn't sit there and eat 6 whole pizzas in one setting.
Yeah. We
Oh
had
my
families.
Yeah, we have families. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, the fat content. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. H2H did have some amazing roasted beef. Yeah, Mercy's got a relative, a cousin. Man, he cooks it up. Man,
That was good.
yeah,
Yes, that's an
oh,
exception. That was good.
yeah.
And that
So
went
that,
fast too.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It was. We've had that a couple times since too. He's people order it and bring it to a family function, so that's always good.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's that beef. I'm like, hey, good. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll do it. Yeah. So we're trying this StreamYard, everybody. Hopefully you guys like it. It's new to us still. It's I think the third time I've messed with it, and so far so good. There's unlimited hours, so you guys might see me on here more often, maybe, or at least my wife. Uh, but she's trying to do some in the morning, some in the evening, so she'll do mixture. She's got a one coming up. Let's see. I know she's going to talk about different scams going on in the Philippines. There's some
Mm.
scams going on I never even heard of. And what else is it? I know she's got an interview coming up with another eligible Filipina.
That's
Those
cool.
are the those are the two that I know she got coming up off the top of my head. But there might be another one. She's really trying to plan them out and get them on the books. And they may change that day,
Mm.
uh, but that's what we try to do.
So you
Yeah.
guys in the chat, let's just have a little fun here and we'll vote. You can see there Riley is a Colts fan. I'm a Lions fan. H2H got us both the banners. Thank you, H2H. So you guys in the chat, who do you like more? The Colts or the Lions? Just type your answers. Don't be shy. There's really no wrong answer unless you don't pick the Lions. Just type Lions or Colts.
Hey,
Hello
hey,
there.
hey, Kenny, hello.
Hi,
How's it
Kenny.
going, guys?
Good,
Good.
good. Yourself?
Man, trying to get my day started. You know, it's morning time here in the States.
Right, right. We're,
Yeah.
So, just
Uh,
a few energy drinks to get things going. I hadn't had any coffee, though.
no coffee.
Not
Do,
yet, anyway.
so when you were in the Philippines, did you get hooked on the 3-in-1, or did you do any of that three in
No.
one combo pack?
What is the 3-in-1? I didn't hear about the 3-in-1.
Oh man, they have a usually at the sorry stores, or you can buy them. They're individual packs, right? Of like an instant coffee, and it's got
Oh,
creamer and it's got sugar all together. It's all instant. Bam, throw it in the water. There's your coffee. You're good to go. And some of them taste pretty good. And
mhm.
I don't even like cream and sugar in my coffee, but there's a few of them that's like, that tastes good.
yeah. So
But
let's see. I tried the coffee there. I didn't like it,
uh,
but it was the thing that I did like that I got hooked on was Nestea. It was like this. lemon nest tea that I can't find here in the States.
Yeah.
And I found some on Amazon, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't as good.
Right.
That was the thing
And
that I did get.
and they got that lemon iced tea stuff at like a lot of the restaurants that you go to. Uh, that's their offering as far as drink. They'll say, "Here, you want the iced tea," and that's what it is. So I typically don't like iced tea, but I do like that. It's like tastes more lemonade than iced tea. So
Let's see. When I was in Manila at the airport, I was at a Wendy's, and they had a tea, but instead of lemon, it had calamansi in it.
oh yeah,
And that had a whole nother kind of flavor to it for sure, even though it was kind of like tangy or whatever, but it was still definitely a big difference. But it was really good.
right. So
Cow-
POD, we got Cowboys, we got neither, we got Packers. I mean, yeah.
Do that again. Do that again. Do it. Do it.
Well,
That's
like
a
I said
slip
earlier,
for all three of them.
I'm a
Right.
computer nerd, but if I gotta have a team, I gotta be for the home team. It is what it is.
Yeah. I can understand home team because I like my home team. He likes his. Is that your home team? Are you claiming the Lions as being a home team, POD? Even though it's 50 straight seasons of rebuilding. He's stuck. I think he froze.
Yeah, I think he froze on us.
That's perfect timing.
And so I remember when the Titans came here, they were the Tennessee Oilers.
Yeah.
And so that was interesting. So I've been back here in Tennessee since '94, and I still haven't been to a game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so they've been in talks. I think talking about building a whole nother stadium or something like that for the Titans.
Oh, wow.
I mean, even though they hadn't had a winning season in a while, but
Right. I mean, they're not a bad football team, but when they got to go up against the Colts every twice this season, it's
that does make it kind of tricky, right?
right.
But
Well,
that's
they
what's
used to, anyways. They used to, but
yeah.
it's been a while since we've been full burner.
How many more weeks of preseason is there?
I think it's one more, is what off the top of my head, but maybe somebody in the chat might know better. You got to work hard to watch football here, at least from what I've found. So I don't try to get too much into the preseason and stuff like that. I pick and choose when I'm going to stay up to watch the game, and
Oh yeah,
it takes work. So
I can see that for sure, for sure.
yeah.
But no, you were talking about some drama in Behold with some of the YouTubers. Is like some stuff going
Yeah.
on.
It's I've been here for over 3.5 years. Preseason is over, Steven said. But
Gotcha.
I've been here for about 3.5 years, and I can't remember when there's not been drama in the whole YouTuber community. I mean, you got Behold. I don't know if you watch any of them, but some of them, and I've talked to some of them. I like them real well. I try to offer help to help them out and all kinds of stuff. But they got channels that just cover those vloggers. So it's like they got a channel that all they do is talk about the drama in Behold. I mean, and
Yeah.
it's several of them. That's all their channel is to talk about these other guys that are vlogging there and what their drama is for the time. POD fell off. The football gods hate me. Yeah, you started talking about the Lions and their rebuilding season again, and
That was convenient, right?
right, and then he went down. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand. But as far as Bohol, what a beautiful island. I planned to go over there. I was waiting for some people I knew, um, Mike and May. They drive semi there in the states, and they're from there. That's where they visit and stuff. So when they came back, I had planned on going and meeting up with them there in Bohol. But yeah, there's plenty of people that I like that is there, but it seems like everybody's in everybody's business. Everybody's hating on each other. If you're doing successful, especially if your channel's like kicking, oh, you're number one talk in town. I mean, everybody talking about you. Everybody's hating on you. It's craziness.
we're still pretty young with our channel, but it's been a pretty good situation. I think I've only seen one kind of derogatory comment as far
Right,
as going
right.
through the comments, and so I don't know if that's because we're still fairly young in it, and we still you know still
Yeah,
kind of developing our audience. But as far as I know, it hasn't been any drama. I mean, we're
yeah,
not
that's
about
good.
talking about people. We just kind of sharing our adventures, even if it's just for us to
Right,
look at years from now.
right, right. Yeah, I foresee your guys' channel. You put out a great content, so
Oh, thank
so
you.
I foresee it. Blowing up. That you get the right. I mean, you got great views on your videos, and maybe those views need to turn into subscribers, but that's what we
Always.
all struggle with, right? Like, why do I got this many views on this, but I only got this many. That's everybody struggles with that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Now, what
it's the
I was gonna
drama, the
say,
drama.
was your transition there easy? Because you say what? It's been 3 years roughly.
Yeah, about 3.5 years. And I've been to the Philippines so many times over the years since I married a Filipina. Like when we took a vacation, we came to the Philippines, right? So I knew what I was getting into and stuff, but I won't say I won't say it was like easy. Anytime you're dealing with this heat and stuff, and even though I knew I was coming here and it's gonna be hot and it's gonna be this and that, like everything, dealing with family members, and here we think we're doing this and we're gonna do that. Time I got here and actually settled in, everything changed. All the plans changed. Everybody wants to do something different, wants us to live another area. We have a house way down in Davao, but it's not close to her family, and we kind of moved over here so we could be around family. So it doesn't make sense to be 4 hours away from them, and that's like an airplane ride, almost,
Yeah.
So we wanted to be closer to them, but we thought we were going to move in one area, one property, and then we decided, no, here, let's come over here. At first, we started staying with her parents, and you know, living with other people is not ideal. You know what I'm saying? Even though they do it so smoothly, but I didn't adapt to having too many people in the house and always having company. It was nightmare for me, right? I have anxiety issues, and always coming out of my room to see who's hanging out at the house is not a good thing for me. So we moved to the farm, which eliminated all that. It was a beautiful situation at the farm. We had a smaller house, less people around, nice atmosphere, but we could not get internet for nothing. I mean,
Uh,
I had three different companies I was getting internet from because it was so unreliable. I built a tower. I paid technicians to come over and try to figure out ways to get me internet, but it was never good enough that we could, you know, my wife works online, and she pays a penalty if she misses a class or whatever. And yeah, it was just a horrible situation. So we moved back to town, um, and my in-laws, they moved into a different house, and we got the house that they were in. So it's too big for us, but it's too many dogs. They left and didn't take their dogs with them, so we inherited too many dogs. But other than that, the adjustment, I've adjusted, but there's been times where I think I adjusted poorly. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Let's
Right.
see. I was there for a month, and I'm on this little bitty island with about 4,600 people, no cars. You have to walk everywhere, ride a scooter, and the house was only probably about 40% built.
Okay.
And I mean, birds can fly from one end to the other end of the house with no
Right.
challenge at
Right.
all. And then,
Right.
I'm waking up and, nature's in the house.
Right. The lizards and the
Lizards, hermit crabs, all that kind of stuff.
right.
But
Beautiful.
I still had the time of my life. And I
Yeah.
think that was the thing is I've been looking for a simpler life anyway. And so before I met my
Right.
wife, I thought about moving to Puerto Rico. And I wanted to be like
Okay.
in a small town in Puerto Rico where I could be part of the community. I didn't want to be in a big metropolitan area or any of that kind of
Right.
things. I wanted a slower
Right.
pace of life. And
Right.
so I thought my next wife was going to be Latina, but when I found my wife, it just kind of switched. But all the
Right.
things that I was looking for, I found with my wife. Like said, because it would be hard to take a woman from the West and put her in a situation where she has less amenities.
Right.
And
Right.
so I adjusted because even with that, after the typhoon, they still didn't have power till till June, June of this, a few months ago.
Right. Right.
So when I was
Yeah.
there, it was no electricity. And then, of course, there's no running water in the house. I'm having to pitch pails to take showers or flush the toilet. At
Right.
least they did have a toilet
Right.
in the house.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but even with that, I was good. I think the only
Yeah.
thing, like you, my internet would have been my challenge because I do so many
Right.
things online.
Right.
I would have to have a better internet service.
Right. Right. And it has been improving since I've been here. I mean, I used to go, hey, I'll see you next Friday because the internet's not coming back on till then. We already know. And now we pretty much get service every day. I mean, you might flutter and fluster and it goes out here, there, but it's so much better than it was. And especially from way back when I first started coming over here. Internet was, I want to choke somebody to get online. Like,
Now, what about you, POD? Was your adjustment period fairly easy, or was some challenges that kind of came up along the way as you were going?
Yeah, I've had traveling experience earlier in my life with the Marine Corps.
Ah,
So being abroad, didn't really affect me a lot. And I was in the Philippines back in 1988 when I was in the military. So being overseas, yeah, that wasn't really so much. It's the way sometimes they do things that is challenging. You know, the out of stock stuff, the little stuff, the irritating stuff. Even the driving and sorry sir, out of stock. I don't think I'll get used to ever hearing out of stock. Because being from the United States, whenever I go somewhere, a restaurant or a hardware store, very rarely have I ever heard them not having something. Or
right.
if they didn't have it, I can go across the street, go someplace else and buy it,
Right.
So that was an adjustment, trying to find the things that you needed, to do simple things like also paying bills when I
mm,
first got here. You could spend all day running around, right, Bill Riley, paying
Oh
a
yeah.
bill. You know, things have gotten easier because they have incorporated like Maya, which used to be Paymaya, Gcash, and stuff like that.
yeah,
But I remember when I first got here, you spend all day standing in line just to pay your electric bill. You know,
Right.
yeah.
the
One of the
little
things I
things.
did before I came, I watched as many videos as possible to be as familiar with the culture. And
Right.
one of the
Mm,
key things that one of the guys in the video said was patience. If you don't have patience, this is not the country to come to.
Right.
So
absolutely.
when we were going through going through our processes and doing certain things, that was the thing I kind of kept in the back of my mind was patience. Have patience. Because when we were getting our marriage certificate and having to do our license and go through seminars and go back to this city, to this city, to this city, the back of my mind was like, patience. Just
Right.
it is what it is. I think
Go with the flow.
Stephen asked the question, says, yeah, I'm planning to move there. The only reason I'm here in the States now is because I have an 11-year-old. And so I still got some payments to make on her. And so
Right.
when I finish paying on her, then we look to move over there. I'll start building a house in about 6 years, and then we'll make that transition in 8. And so we're going to build. We're going to buy some land close to her parents' house, or we're going to add on to her parents' house and kind of build like an apartment onto the house.
Very good.
They
Yeah.
do provide another internet service here in Davao, and it's in the Philippines too. It's called Converge, and I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's Converge. They ran the lines here in our subdivision, but you know, PLDT. We have PLDT, and I was so close to jumping over to Converge. But it seemed Converge woke up PLDT a little bit because now they have a competitor here, you know.
Right.
So all of a sudden, I went from having 25, is it MBPG or whatever that is, megabytes download and 3 or 4 upload, and now it's 100. One of them is 100, and the other one is like 75, and you know that's PLDT coming over here and kissing butt now, because I mean it took them a long time to get over here, so some of the things that you request does take a long time, and that's one of the frustrating things. I'm a very efficient person, just from career wise, my careers. I've learned to be very efficient, and they're not efficient here. I just say it how it is. So
Right.
that kind of grates on me a little bit,
So
Yeah.
he put Danny in here, but I think he was talking about you.
You say
When
the
you
stretchy class. We had to do a marriage seminar.
yeah.
I don't know if that's the
So
stretchy class that he was talking about.
that is the stretchy class. That's this is something that I enjoyed so much. I had to take the stretchy class back in the day when I nicknamed it the stretchy class because
Ah,
I almost fell out of my seat when the lady started talking to me about my wife and her stretchy organs and how good they would be still stretchy
okay.
and and she was like demonstrating on these beads and so when H2H came over and he was getting married to his wife, we took him up to the seminar and stuff. We set it up for him and stuff, but when he went in there and he was talking to the lady, she invited us to stay in for the class. Like, oh hell yeah, I'm not missing this. like,
Well,
you gonna let me be in the room? Oh yeah.
most of the class was in Basayan, and I didn't understand probably 90% of it until she would every now and then switch into English. And so that would be the only reason I would know what the topic was, because she would just naturally switch into English. I notice a lot of them will do that. They'll talk Basayan, but switch to English for a word or two, and then jump back into Basayan.
Yeah.
And then she asked me what I was getting out of the class, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, this whole class is in a whole nother language, and you're gonna ask me what am I getting out of the class?
Right.
And so she was talking about a particular topic, so I got up and what little knowledge I had on that topic, I kind of said it to the class. And then there was a Dutch gentleman, he was another foreigner in the class, and she asked him the same thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, everything that he just said."
Right.
I didn't want to have to get up and talk.
We got married 5 years ago and never had to go through a class.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, we never had to go through a class.
Oh, they wouldn't even
Here-
give us the marriage license until we did the class.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
Here,
didn't have to go through. Yeah. No.
We got a private class, so I knew he was coming to town, and that's what they did for me, a private class.
Wait a minute. I got to interrupt you. Time out.
Go ahead.
A private class. Did that
Yeah.
involve a pole? Was there like a pole in the middle of the stage or what?
You know,
I
I
mean,
was
after
I
hours
was wishing,
private class.
but like the head of the department, she offers, for the foreigners, so she'd be all English. You can take the seminar with everybody, but they're tickled to death in this area that they have a foreigner in town, and so we talked to him, set up the private class for him, and went in, and she was almost ready to skip over the stretchy part, and I was like, no, 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 no. I like I know he doesn't look like a spring chicken, but he needs to learn about the stretchy goodness of his wife. Let's go ahead and go over that part. so, so she did. I was like, oh, I love
Well, it was interesting because my wife said she learned some things that she didn't know about
it.
being
Yeah,
a woman.
right.
So I was
I
like,
mean,
okay.
they tell you. I mean, they're sitting there. They whip out these beads, man, and it's the funniest thing. And I don't know if it has something to do with like their, it's Catholic country or whatever, but they like having beads. So okay, beads. So she's taking these beads and she's like counting off the days. Well, here's the days you can have intercourse with no problem. Like she's playing with all these beads and stuff. I'm like, oh hell no, I have no idea what she's talking about. I mean,
Interesting enough, we wouldn't have been able to get our marriage license. The lady in our municipality or our province, she was really mean to register. And she was
oh
like,
wow,
we only can do this twice a month, and you guys already missed the class. You should have came in early. I'm like, well, I flew in on Saturday, and today is Monday. No, today's Tuesday because we had to go get some affidavits before
right.
we went. I'm like, we couldn't have got in here any sooner, and so we just happened to go to the next town over, and they was having a class that night, and we was able to get it because she thought she was
Oh,
shooting
wow.
us in the foot and was
Right,
being mean. I'm like, and I don't even know why she was being
right,
mean, but
right,
Oh,
that kind of worked out for us. We had to wait for a long time for that class, but
right.
it was
But
definitely interesting.
well, POD taught me some tricks about how you deal with some of these people. Okay, you don't just show up. Okay, he goes in with boxes of donuts and he's like carrying his donuts in,
hell yeah.
and he's buttering the wheels with these donuts. Oh, you gonna
Yeah.
help me? What? Yeah, I see. I
Yeah.
like. So that's what we did. We took some donuts in there. Oh, here, this is for you guys. Enjoy. Yeah, they
The
were
the
they were
donuts
tickled.
work really well in some governmental places. I'll leave it at that.
They,
Well, you
they
know what?
do.
What helped us out was my wife pulled out her cell phone and started recording her,
Oh yeah.
and she became a whole nother lady after my wife pulled out her cell phone.
That's
I
smart.
see.
That's smart.
She's
How
like, when we
to
go,
Hawaiian rock the pole. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
And
They
Danny
like
says you
some
got to
Dunkin'
take a
Donuts.
seminar now to renew your
Yeah.
license.
oh really?
Hmm.
Wow.
Well, that's what's up. I'm like, I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to drive over there or not, even though I do want to bring my car, but I probably have to say you have to leave it here.
uh, unless you're ready to see it crashed into because they're driving so crazy and bumping it, and oh
I
my
did
goodness.
notice that when I was there. So many times I just held, closed my eyes and just held on
Oh
because
yeah.
of the way the people were driving and stuff.
Oh, it's so crazy. It's very, very offensively. I'm going to cut you off, even though I'm could have just slowed down and got behind you because I'm turning right here. Now they're cutting
Mhm.
you off, making you stop, and then flipping on no turn signal and then turning.
I
Like,
think I was watching the video of Mercy taking the kids to school or dropping them off, and I'm just looking at the
yeah,
traffic in front of her, and I'm like,
uh,
oh my gosh, that's
right.
crazy.
They wouldn't let her go.
Mhm.
Oh,
Now, if I'd have been the driver, it'd have been a little different, but yeah, she's very nice driver.
well, like I say, well, the one
I'm
thing about being on an island, that traffic isn't too big of a challenge. And so, like I said,
That's
either we're
good.
on a scooter or we walking. And the only time we would come to Behold, to the main island was, just to handle some business.
What about tricycles over there? Do you guys got a lot of tricycles
Not,
or
not on the island. I think I might be seeing one or two tricycles. So what people do is they get off of work and they live on the other side of the island and just hop on a, what is it called, a hobble hobble?
Yeah,
Where they
yeah,
just
yeah.
jump on the back of a motorcycle and just, the
Mm.
person
Yeah.
takes them wherever they need to go.
Right.
Because I think it took us, we live on the east side of the island, probably about 300 yards from the ocean, about a 10-minute walk, but it took about 45 minutes to walk to the other side of the island. So I guess, people that live in between in different parts, and they would just jump on the hobble
That-
hobble.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, I jumped on the back of a bike to get from point A to point D one time. Never again. Never again. A little Filipino driver and my big old ass on the back of the bike. It looked like something you'd see at a carnival, at a circus. People were looking, they were literally laughing. I'm surprised the bike didn't pull a wheelie.
Right.
Never again. That
The
was
wildest thing I
embarrassing.
saw was a family of 5 on a scooter.
Oh man,
And,
five.
and the
Only
mom,
only five.
well, 4,
Only,
but the mom was nursing a baby.
Oh, I'll
oh,
drive.
I mean, literally nursing the baby while they're driving. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, how are they even doing this?
Yeah,
And she wasn't holding on to anything but that baby.
yeah.
I wish I had a video of that.
H2H, you're funny. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, a lot of times you'll see these guys with, the board coming, extending beyond the back of the seat,
Yeah.
the rear tire, and they're sitting out there in the middle of no man's land,
Right.
and then and the family that's sitting on the boards waiting it down. They got it
Right.
tied down, waiting it down. Then you got the wings and family members sitting on the wings. It's
Yeah, we call
nuts,
those
man.
airplanes. See, like
Airplanes, yeah.
I've seen 9 or 10 people on a motorcycle.
yeah.
So
Well, I know it was
Yeah.
one Sunday. My mother-in-law was going to church, and her niece is like 14, and she was driving all of them. It's about, like I said, about 4 of them on the scooter going to church, and I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, man, I tell you what, guys in the chat, guys in the panel, it was a pleasure. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the clock. It's almost 1:30. I gotta cut out. I need my beauty sleep.
You got
You
it,
know.
got you.
I'm already.
We'll see you next.
I'm already.
We'll see you next year.
We'll see you next year. Oh
Need
my
a lot of
God,
sleep. Need a lot of
that
sleep.
hurt. So
Well, you get
So,
that Lions rule sign there. So
Yeah.
I figure.
yeah, you guys are super cool. Find me on YouTube. Find me on TikTok if we're not connected. Same channel, Philippines on Demand. So my fat butt's got to hit the door.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
I won't. Bye, guys.
See you.
Be good. Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you.
Bye,
all.
POD.
Bye
Yeah,
bye. Bye bye.
crazy.
Well, Bill, I'm gonna head out too. I need to finish this video.
Hey,
I
no
need
problem.
to post a video today. I found a restaurant. It's a Filipino restaurant here close to me, and so I videoed my time there at the restaurant. And then crazy part
Very
about it,
good.
the next closest restaurant is like 4 hours away.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
they're rare around, aren't they? Unless you're in like California, then they're everywhere. And
now there's a small community here, I think, in my area, because that's actually how I met my wife. A friend of hers that she went to college with made a dating profile for her. So I was thinking that my wife was local when we connected.
okay.
I didn't know she was in the other side of the world, that kind of thing. If I'd known that,
Gotcha.
yeah, they got me.
Gotcha.
2 years later, here I am trying to figure out a way to get
Right.
back over there. But
There you go.
but yes, I'm working on a video for that, and that'll be the next video we post, is me eating
Very
at this
cool.
restaurant.
Very cool. Can't wait to see it, my friend.
It's all good. Well, man, thanks for letting me come on.
Hey,
Thanks
anytime,
to the people in the
anytime.
chat and the people that
Yep.
asked a few questions. It's all good.
Yeah. But tell them what your channel is real quick. You don't have it posted there.
Okay,
it's-
so my channel is the Mac Eastlands. So it's just kind of like it sounds, MCEASTLANDS.
there you go.
And so, like I said, earlier this year, I was in the Philippines for a month and I got married. And so I tried to video as much as possible. So I think I still have, even though it's been that long, I think I still have about 4 or 5 more videos of my time there that I can still post.
There you
But
go.
I've been trying to post other things in between to kind of
Sure,
stretch it all
sure.
out. And so
Sounds good.
Mac Eastlands.
Very good. Thank you for coming up and hanging out with us. And you guys make sure you go check out his channel. He's growing, and like I
Trying
said, great stuff. I see you. It took me forever to get where you are. Trust me on that. So
It's all good.
you're booming. We'll see you next time, my friend.
Have a good one, man.
Hey, you too.
Bye,
now.
guys.
All right, everybody. It's the McEastlands. Now I'm gonna say it wrong. McEastlands, MC Eastlands. So yeah, great. It used to be called something else. He's been hanging out with us for some years now. So yeah, but great channel, great people, very nice. Yeah, I've seen the chimneys with top. Yeah, oh man, yeah. Sometimes I'm so numb to it that when I see crazy stuff, sometimes it's like, where I should have filmed that because there was so many people on that motorcycle, or so many people on that tricycle, or so many people on top of that chimney, you know. But sometimes I'm just so numb to it, or it's a full loaded truck with people sitting on top of it, and you're thinking, how are they getting through these wires up here? But what's the trick to not getting your neck taken off, right? Yeah, but all good, all good. Well, I'm glad this platform is working out. This Restream, I'm liking it so far. I mean, POD had some trouble there with the internet quality, but other than that,
Bluetooth disconnected.
did you guys just hear that? It just said my Bluetooth is disconnected. That's kind of weird. What's happening, Captain Billy Jack? I asked my wife, and she said she had ordered that, what you guys had talked about there. So hopefully that comes, and she gets to have fun with that one, huh? Yeah. But appreciate that, Captain Billy Jack. We really appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Yeah, he's got he got that extra sayings and stuff put in there. Hey, I'm not that technical. I just got the few buttons that it came with, and that's all I got. Yes. Tricycle with a full-grown cow. That's right. That's right. Or have two huge hogs in the side. I always love seeing the tricycles that have the refrigerator stuck on the back of them. Like, what's going on? Can you still drive it with the refrigerator hanging on the back? Hey, no problem. H2H. Yeah, I'm about to get off here myself. So, even though I slept most of the day, but yeah, we're going to one of your favorite places tomorrow. We're supposed to go to a birthday celebration at the first place I took you when you were here, the East Le Harding, or whatever it's called. So that's where we're supposed to go tomorrow if everything goes if everything goes like it's supposed to go. But who knows? It's welcome to the Philippines, right? But yes, thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for if you're catching this on the rewatch. Thank you. We really appreciate everybody for whatever time you can spend with us. Danny, thank you for coming in. Steve, my co-host, POD tonight, and you see Kenny came up. Keith when he came up, awesome. But we appreciate you all. Yeah, that's a lovely place. So it's a holiday weekend, and we're going to that place. Can you believe this? It's going to be full booked, and but we're going. So I didn't book it. The family member did, so I don't know how we're all staying there. How many is going to stack up in a room? Which I'm okay for a night. I'll stack up deep as long as I got a place to plug in my my CPAP. I'll enjoy the ocean and the waves and kind of go from there, right? All right, everybody. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for hanging out with Check Out the Rileys. I don't even know what side. Free beer. I don't know if there's going to be any beer. I'm going to take a few, but I don't know if anybody else is. But I got a few here that I'm going to take with me. I got a Budweiser too. I bought a Budweiser for the 4th of July and never drank it. So, all right. I'll see you all later. Thanks again for coming in. Peace.